Okay, we're live. Here we are. Welcome all. Thanks for joining me. Okay, yeah, a quick switch then. So we just finished the BP live with Ren and myself. Okay, that was a quick half hour of craziness, talking about obviously this raid, obviously, and planning ahead for what people should be doing. Obviously, working towards the new fleet, obviously, which we're going to talk about in a second. This is the last, by the way, of the assault raids, just in case you weren't 100% sure of that. Then, so just bear that in mind, okay? I'm not really sure if is that too quiet, Si? Thanks very much, mate, for letting me know. I will just pull the volume up a little bit. How's that? Just let me know if that's better. Um, the last of the assault raids. Okay, it's I've refreshed, so we're good to have a look. Tribunal is the last one, and this one here. Then we're going for this Mutineer hull. Okay, it's got some good stats. Okay, then it's a Forsaken hull. It's Gatling guns, obviously, explosive damage incoming, and obviously concussive damage in as well. So there's lots to consider there. Think about your riots, but your riots on interestingly, the damage output of this one here, it seems on a par with the riot. So I've got a funny thing they're probably going to block it by tier for the riots to go into the top level target. That's my gut feeling anyway. Good evening, everybody. Sorry, Mist is there, Size in there, welcome. Nobby's in there as well, and it looks like there are a few other people as well. So welcome, thank you. Anyway. I don't have a huge amount of coins this time, but I will have in 5 minutes, I can promise you. Okay, but for this, I'm just going to run with what we've got. I've got some crews. I do remember saying that for this one here, evade is your friend. Okay, then, and this fleet definitely likes evade. So let's go and have a look at straight into it, and we'll go in hot and have a look at some targets and see what they look like. I've got some grease monkeys. Bear in mind, you're taking incoming corrosive, so no point using the corrosive trying to get deflection off corrosive or reduce the damage of corrosive because it just can't happen. No crew will help you for that whatsoever. What does help a lot is these ones here because obviously this gives you turn speed and it gives you that extra evade. Corrosive obviously isn't the only thing that's coming as well. So you have got missiles. This is an interesting target. They've dropped the Pun 2 target, so this is purely now down to your zealots. And if you've not got the zealots, you're gonna have to drop a tier. Okay, there are other targets available. Okay, for those that are still haven't got their zealots up and running. Good thing is in the prize pool there are zealot tokens if you so wish to get them, but don't get those instead of getting the mutineer stuff, otherwise you'll be behind even further. What you need for this really is the 4 blanks, and that's the first thing I'm going to do. Go and get a blank hole, put it into build straight away. That's my plan. It's about 4.5 days, I believe, for a blank. um, and if you watch the previous show with Ren and I, basically, I have actually gone through quickly. I'll show you. I have actually picked up a build. That's the blank. It's 4 days, 15 hours. Okay, then. If you've got your alliance bonus as well, that's what it is. 4 days, 15 hours. So to pick it up. Sorry, not your alliance bonus, the Facebook bonus as well for slightly faster build times. Um, then basically a rough idea for building. I've I call it the mutt, okay, because it's mutineer. Okay, so my mutt would take this one off. So if I was going with a particular build for a flagship, I might do 2 like this, and then probably take that off, fill that up with Gatling guns up the top here, take that off, and probably go with something else that gives me more oomph, a bit more power. Now, countermeasure loaders isn't bad because actually you're getting a reload bonus, which is nice, and it's 25% for GATs and that sort of stuff. So it's not bad. It's pretty decent. If you think about that, that's 25% across all the weapons, and then 25% is quite a bit. Okay, then. So add that in 25%. That's 25% of the fleet. You're getting almost another ship sort of stuff. It just depends. There are other things you can look at. It's up in the arms yet. We don't know what the damage income is going to be like because we haven't seen the VXP target yet. So there are things to do. This can change. This can change. This is pretty set, but then again, this could change as well. You could take this one out, go into limited, and if you wish to, there's one there, the concussive sync drive as well. And if you're worried about explosive incoming, particularly if you're autoing some targets, then obviously there's the explosive sync drive as well. So, and if you don't have those and you're right down to the lower levels, obviously, there's the explosive resistors in here, and obviously then there's the hydraulic resistors as well. So there are options. That's my point. There are various different specials that you can pop on, and the same for down here. Take this one off here. Sorry, not. Yeah, sorry. This one can come off. And then in here, there's a tier 8, I believe, item. Yeah, there is. This one here, look, which is obviously the amplification armor, which adds defensive levels of concussive survival and explosive survival of 9,600, which is nice at the start if you don't have U1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's yeah, basically it's the new Tide Seeker. So I absolutely agree. It is. This is much like a Tide Seeker. Particularly if you had the limited version, which I can't remember what it was called, to be honest, because I recycled mine. But there was a particular version that this seems quite similar to. But it replaces the Riot, and I think this is going to be interesting. Well, I can't wait for the VXP target because that will give us a hint of what we're going to see. Anyway, that's it. So yeah. Impact Overdrive, definite, yeah, no problem. Liberty Belt, obviously, these are the new things as well. This one, the Reef engine was obviously in the FM and has been for some while. If you've got a free set of rights, you could always recycle them maybe and get rid of those. Some people got them, some people didn't, you know. And these are up for debate down the bottom. In honesty, it's Hyper 30, but I've tried to match combat speed and evade because I like the fact that evade, and generally that helps quite a bit with torpedoes. Some torpedoes coming in. Don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. Anyway, that's enough talking. Let's have a little look. Let's slap on a crew. We're going to go with a standard everyday Sea Serpent. It lasts an hour, which is about the length of this stream, to be honest. Probably, anyway. And we'll see how we get on. Let's launch the fleet and let's go and have a little look. Right, there's some chat. We'll get rid of that for a start. Right, this seems pretty much tuned in, doesn't it? Let's have a look. It's not too bad. I think what we'll do is I'll just zoom it back out a little bit. That seems a little bit close to me. 2 seconds and I'll be with you. Let me just have a look what I've got that on. Yeah, I've got that set on 125. That's because I was doing kick size pages. There we go. That's better. Right, that's more like it. So let's have a look at that and then zoom in. Yeah, that's definitely better. So we can go L for targets, obviously, in case I'm sure you're aware of it, but the X target, obviously, which is a co-op, but you don't have to do it. We can have a look at that one. And then there's the S targets as well. So 114 and 116. And if you want to make sure that you know what you're looking for, obviously go into the main campaign, click on targets then, and then tick the box. Clearly, to get the top end bonus, you need to do obviously the 114, the 116, and then the 906, and then you get the extra bonus as well. You don't just get it for hitting the one target, but you do get 1,000,000 points. But it's to get everything and enough to get yourself up to U2. I think it's 42.5 million, and that's for every single thing that you possibly need to get yourself ready to rock and rolling, and to have the upgrade kits ready to go to U3, which then works out, what is that, 6.5 sets a day, I think, or something like that. Of the S sets, and that's without even touching, and going up this way here. So yeah, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the evening, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Right. So it's the S set target we'll look at first. We should go one. We'll probably go up. We'll do a 114. We'll do a 116, and then we'll probably hit the with the luck. Obviously, we'll have a look at looking at the 906 as well. But it's 114, I think, first. It's probably the wisest thing. I'm in a bit of a dead sector, Nobby found me this one. It's pretty quiet. The last one I was in, it was pretty busy, so I've managed to pick a location that's milder, and I actually have some access to a reasonable number of targets, he says, but not being able to see a 114. Plenty of 116s, but I want to do them in order if I can. Let's have a look across the other side. What have we got over here? Here we go. There's a 114 there. Right, let's go and have a little look. Like I said, this is showing the targets. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be the best. It takes a little while to settle into targets, doesn't it? So, but Derpy brings out some good videos on showing targets and that sort of stuff, and as does quite a few other people. So don't get me wrong. This is more just a case to see what's in there, see what's changed, and see the impact of what the X1 fleet looks like against the top tier targets anyway. Let's come on then, up we go. So I'm on HTML5, by the way. I want to see, oh, there we go, straight into a scattergun. That wasn't very clever. So the drones, yeah, so drones, in case you're unaware, if you keep the drones inside your ring, they tend, let's see if I can just make them do it. So you need to target something first and then they'll fire out. And then they fire. And if you keep them inside your ring, they go faster than me, unfortunately. But they won't die off, and then they'll get there, and then you can sort of run away. We can So remember, it's the capital sort of buildings here, because this building here, if you can't remember it, I'm not really bothered about obviously the incoming stuff from the Sentinel missiles, which is it's the Halo ones that are annoying. Um, but I'll just zoom in just quickly again. So remember these capital buildings here, these are the ones you want to get rid of. These are like obviously the towers we have in our own bases, which obviously allow us to have Zinth and that sort of stuff. But these ones here, and you can see just by the fact that as I overlap it, it shows red. If I don't kill that off and that one, believe it or not. Oh, hello, someone's watching. Hi there, how you doing? I am the boss. Nice to meet you. How funny. It takes longer to kill the rest of these turrets off, up to 4 times longer. So whilst it might be a little bit more painful, but if you don't kill these off and it takes you 4 times longer to kill these ones off, then every single one of those halo-looking missiles is having an impact on your damage. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Okay. Those are quite a concern. So if they are affecting you, and it's probably because you're not killing these off first, or then it's going to be sneaky to get that one because obviously you've got these freaking, well, they were UAV carriers. They seem to carry a bit more than that. Now they have scatter guns on them as well. But anyway, that's probably pretty obvious. We're on the last one, the raid, but I just thought I'd mention it. Oh, hi, Kevin. Thanks for joining us, mate. Right. Okay, let's have a little look. Do we see anything different in this target compared to last time? Somebody let me know because I honestly can't remember. I'm not sure if it's different or not. I don't think it is different. I sort of don't know. No, we have got more ships. There's definitely more ships here, isn't there? What's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 carriers. There was 9 carriers. There wasn't 9 carriers last time, not from my memory anyway. Um, This one looks like it's the if you're going to blitz, this is the blitz target. It looks like it because obviously there's none of those horrendous ships that are running around with the rings, trying to kill you off with corrosive death, basically. So this one doesn't look too bad. I think the start time was 15 minutes, so it's plenty of time to sit there and ponder for a little while. It looks like there's more ships, doesn't it, Si? I think it does, mate. So for me, if you're quick, you can outrun the scattergun turrets, even though you can also outrange if you sit still. But to get in and get to these, it's not too bad on this one, but particularly on this one here, you'll have to zip past. And basically, whilst you will target some of these, it's better than to focus shift click on this one here and kill it off. See that they've got a hidden one, little sneaky devils that don't stop and kill that because there's one right behind the turret. But if you drive fast enough, you'll be able to drive past it. You will take damage from these though, but it's about killing this cluster off first. So 4 to 6 last time. Yeah, it was definitely less, wasn't it? Right. Okay. I can't do the whole target at that range, sorry, but I can definitely probably do it at this one here. Let's have a look. See how we get on. They are fast, aren't they? Those things. They're much faster than I remember them being. So I'm going to click on that generator there, and I'm going to do a drive-by shoot and kill it off. And then I'm going to probably try and focus on this cluster if I can. The good thing is, obviously, once you're driving by, you can use your splash capability, which is what I'm doing here. And I'm going to drive by this one and then hopefully not stop. And then finish off these turrets, which I've done, and then pick up this carrier here. Shouldn't be getting any other damage. Keeping in a circle, so hopefully I'm not taking too much damage. I'm going to keep away from the other carriers. Yeah, one of those halos brought some damages. Now the point is I'm going to try and bunch these carriers up if I can. I may be able to, I may not be able to. Bear in mind they do outrange you, so just have a there we go. Let them do the work for me. There's a good idea. Thank you, drones. Let's target the next one and let them come out and do some work. Oh, there you go. I can be really lazy, can't I? Let's zoom in and take a look at that. So those drones then, if I inch them forward a little bit, bear in mind there's the end of my ring, so I can, there you go, push them towards the carrier. And the good thing is then I'm outranging him as opposed to him outranging me. Okay, so there's plenty of carriers, but so far I've not been hit by a single round yet. Not fast, I get that. Some people just want to blitz through this and get this done. That's not too bad. That's that complete set gone. That was 6, wasn't it? So I can now come up here. Look, it looks like I can pick all this off. So this building, is it protected? I don't know. It could be good to drive it through this way to snag this. So no, this isn't protected and this isn't protected. But I got a funny if I go up this way, I'm going to get, yes, I am. I'm in range, but I can come up here and get it. Because I'll be in range of that one, but I wouldn't be in range of that, and I don't care about the Sentinel, so I can actually snag. So there's my limit, and so if I just click outside of it, I know I can get in and kill this piece over here. Hopefully I can get the building and then kill that turret top as well, because it's splash, and there you go. Okay, so that's done. And the drone should go round, hopefully, if I can push them a little bit and help. Yeah, there we go. Push the drones round. Like I said, I don't really care about the incoming sent missiles. They don't really do anything of any. I need to. There we go. Perfect. So that turret's dead now. So I am going to go in now. There are some drones there, so I'll probably go up and I'll probably swing down this way. I mean, there's going to be better pathing later, but just for now, just trying to just watch the damage at the top at the moment. It doesn't look too bad. I'm going to target this center and kill that building in the middle as I do a drive-by. That's the plan anyway. Watch the scatter guns as they swing around. Yeah, that landed behind. That's the building dead. That's first swing by. Now I'm going to go back up before I take too much incoming from those halo-looking ones. I've got to get right in close because otherwise I can't do that. And I'm going to swing out the way and let my drones hopefully do some work on those smaller ships. There we go. Let me keep out the way. So far, damage is looking good, isn't it? Not bad at all. Right, pause. Like I said, we're breaking this target down. It's clearly taking much longer than it would normally, but we're breaking it down to see how we're getting on. So far, not looking too bad, is it? 7 minutes to go to finish off the last two clusters, so plenty of time. This is not a protected area, this one here, so I can drive by that. This is a bit of a mess, so I'm going to come down this way from the top, coming down. I'm going to take this out here, literally drive past, and that will be interesting to take that one. I'm probably going to come down and then sweep in here, hopefully pulling these carriers into the center. Let's give that a go. I don't know if it will work, but let me push those if I can. They're still alive, so let me push those into that corrosive turret. That's nice. Thank you. It's the scatter one. Right, I'm going to push down now, and I've targeted already the center generator, so that will kill off that. And yeah, hopefully I can get all this lot, which I can. There we go. I've triggered some of the ships. I want to trigger them all if I can. So let's see if I can get some more. Here they go. They're coming in now. Right. So if I can be sneaky enough, I think we can probably get this whole lot without doing any, or letting them do any damage to me, if I can encourage them to follow me as opposed to me driving into them. Bear in mind, they do outrange you. There you go. So I took a bit of damage there. But there's the carrier dead. I think there's one more, isn't there? There's two more, in fact. Okay. So let me just... I've got an island I can run behind. Bear in mind, they do outrange you. So there we go. There's the next sets going up. Now, bear in mind, they don't target your drones. They target you. So as far as they're concerned, they can't target the drone ships. Your drone ships, that is. There we go. The last set's going out now. Well, I'll sneak down the bottom because the drone ships will dumbfire onto him. That's great. So we're nearly there. We've got a few ships which I can grab. I need to go up and around, don't I? I want to get this generator. What I don't want to do is take damage on the way through. Although it's only halos, so they won't be too bad. I can't stop myself taking damage, even though there is a minimum ring that they can fire on, but I can't exactly stop myself taking damage. This could be an instant fixed target, but I'm not sure. This one has nothing, so we'll let the drones do the work. I could come up and I could just snipe it, just kite it on the side, but I don't need to. I'm at X1, so that's fine. Now the drones are going to do some work here. Hopefully I'll let those die off first. They'll dispatch another set, and I'm going to basically swing down around and try and go up this way here, and hopefully the scatter guns will miss me altogether with a bit of luck. Let's have a little look, see what happens. Yeah, okay, so that's worked. So now I should be able to just do a drive-by, and that'll kill the whole cluster set, and yeah, it has done so. So there's just one little ship there, and I think we're done. Yeah, not too bad. So if that's an S target, I would start the raid as quick as you can, because that looks okay, doesn't it? Let's have a look at damage. Of the damage I took as a percentage, okay, of the damage I took, it's not how much damage I've taken off of my fleet, but of the damage I've took, look, I've managed to evade, obviously that's countermeasures as well, managed to evade then, 60% of any incoming missiles, but that's because those Sentinel ones, we knocked them down. I can't evade all the halos, but you can evade some of them, okay? Um, and that's been proven by the fact that obviously when you go into target and a halo fires at you, your um, retreat button isn't triggered, so it means it didn't actually, although it looked like it hit your ship, it didn't actually hit your ship. Anyway, I resisted, so that's all the built-up armor I've got on my ships and the built-in, obviously, mechanism for deflection. I've resistance and deflections. I've managed to resist then 16%, and I've taken 4%. So 4% of the damage was obviously around there. And I've taken, what have I done? Evaded nothing, so you can't evade corrosive because it's an area of effect issue. Okay, with that weapon type, okay, or damage type, sorry. But I did resist because I've got inherent inbuilt resistance on my fleet as well. So 17% and 16%. I'm pretty evenly balanced, okay. And although, as you may or may not have seen, I haven't put the equal amount of armors on because I know you can evade more. You can evade more missile than you can by using countermeasures, etc. So I've gone for 3 corrosive and 1 penetrative, okay, on my armors, and that's the way I've built my ships. And I'm probably going to do the same for the skirmishing raid. I'm probably going to go for 3 concussive and 1 explosive because we have got countermeasures that can countermeasure a lot of the incoming mortars, or if it's mortars. That's what I also did in my previous skirmish fleet as well. But anyway, let's have a look at and see. I don't click that button, as I've remembered telling people last month and the month before. Behind that button is the blitz button, so it's better just to press the X at the top. Okay, there you go, it's blitz. That would have cost me 8 coins. Sometimes if you've got a slow connection, it will actually trigger that, and if you've got some coins, it will burn them off, so don't hit the darn thing. 13 minutes, okay, so it's not on the C fix, but it's definitely back in the dock fix, isn't it? So an S target for 13 minutes, please keep it like that. That would be very, very nice, wouldn't it? So, and I don't mind going back to the dock with this particular crew because I've got lots of them and they're easy to roll for. I've topped everything up, we're ready to go, so I'm quite content. 13 minutes for the first target is quite nice. No, let's just say that's very nice. I don't think quite nice is that's a bit of an understatement, isn't it, to be honest? Uh, Let's have a look. Anyway, so it'd be interesting. Let's go to the dock then. Let's have a look. Let's pull off the ships. I don't need to. Oh yeah, I do. Right. So I took 2 minutes. Yeah, two and 3/4 minutes basically on the flagship, and it's the only ones I've got countermeasures on. Like I say, that was a considerably long way of doing that target, but I was trying to talk through what my decision process was. I'm missing some ships. No, they're over there. Okay, and then yeah, so it's even. The damage was even across the fleet, which would make sense because I have built them the same, and a percentage of it was the Halo, which is an area effect. It seems to be an area effect weapon, but I'm not sure. Derpy was saying that basically the ship that with the biggest health, the next Halo hit it and it took his targets down, his ships down because he split them. It selected which ship to hit based off which had the highest amount of survivability left on it, as in armor, sort of thing, you know. So anyway, clearly that's not the situation with the corrosive, where the corrosive is just going to do the same amount of damage to all the ships if you've built them the same, they've got the same amount of armor. So anyway, that's good. So that means no coins spent, which is nice, which is just as well at the moment. Yeah, so there we go. So that one's 3 minutes. So that's almost, it must have took an extra hit or something from one of the halos, or the what looks like a halo, because those 2 ships were the same amount of damage. This one's taken a little bit more. The build is identical. There's no difference on it whatsoever. But anyway, it's under the threshold, so we can get it done straight away. Let me have a look, see if one of the other ones is the same. So yeah, 238. So that's okay. That's reasonably close to the others, which were 240 something, weren't they? So that's close enough. So Derpy could be right. It could be a case of the Halo's target the one with the strongest health, and that was maybe the next one to get hit. The one that this one here. Maybe it was the next one to get hit, but I killed the target first. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, there you go. There's a timestamp ready to go. That's 10 minutes. Sorry, 20 minutes into the raid. 27 minutes now, but 20 minutes when I started, and you know there's a ballpark figure for the damage thus far. Okay, so that is number 1 target done. Okay, let's launch now and let's look at the next one, which should be quite close to me. That's the 116. So this will take a little bit of a different approach because this is the one that's got the ships that's going to chase us once I've triggered them, that is. We'll go in and have a look. And now, if I remember rightly, you can choose your entry point on this one. Okay, I should have double checked that on the 114, but it looked like as soon as you're on the 114, literally you had to hit the down up arrow and then down arrow so you don't all go into that first scattergun, because that's a very sneaky way of making sure you actually take some damage. That's pretty naughty of Kickside to do that. But I will go back and check in a minute to make sure that you can't select your entry point. But I'm pretty sure you can on the 116, or you could before. But let's have a little look. Let's go from the 6 o'clock position, and we'll select the target. And let's see where we go in. If we go in at the 6 o'clock position, and then we'll exit straight away, and we'll pick again. It's a little bit slower on HTML5 to get into these targets. Yeah, it's quite a bit slower, isn't it? Please don't crash. Wow, that's not fast at all, is it? What the devil's happened? Come on, come on, come on. Right, I'm in, and yeah, look at that. Look, I've already taken damage. Why? That's because HTML5 decided to take forever to load the target. Right, and that's a problem, I think, with HTML5 sometimes, because it's the first time it's done something, including loading into the game. It does take longer. Okay, here are the crazy ships. They're already triggered. I don't know if I've triggered them or whether they just randomly go around in circles or not. I'm not 100% sure. I've clearly got some damage, but it's not surprising because I just drove up there and sat. But anyway, not to worry. What ships took it? Yeah, so that's probably a good 8 minutes damage on each ship. But okay, that's frustrating. But I did come in at the bottom. Right, is there a safe place to come in, I wonder? Might be the top corner. I'm not really sure. Interesting look. So even if that red area there from that ship that's coming out, I'm not going to go and kill it just yet. Even if that area there hits your drones, that means your retreat button then obviously disappears and you can't exit the target. So just bear that in mind. Okay. Did these have 4 last time? Yes, they did. Yeah. To try HTML5. Yeah, well, this is HTML5, so there you go. The HTML5 just took ages to get in. I might literally pause in a second, try it, switch over to Flash and see the difference, but I'm not really sure if I want to do that, to be honest. I'm trying to get out of the target so that I don't actually, I don't know if I can get out. See, no, I can't get out of the target because every time, so that's a problem. Look, every time those start dying off, look, my retreat button disappears. So it's like once you're in, there you go. So once I'm in, I'm in. But so it's fine, it's building. But as soon as they start dying, then the retreat button disappears. But as soon as I go clear close to them, I wonder if I can just go down, press the hold down key and stops them coming out. That's the old way you're doing it. So I've selected all. I've gone arrow down, which should stop the drones from coming out because that's what used to happen in the older ships in the old days. Yes, it is. It's working. Okay, because if that's not going to happen, then every time the drones come out, they'll go forward, and then to stop them dying off, you need to go forward. That makes them go forward to the target, and then you're in a never-ending circle of just you can't exit. But if you select all and hold the arrow down key, then as I am now, look, I've now got the retreat button and I can get out. So, yeah, there you go. There's a little tip for you. Down arrow to stop them. Yeah, bang on, mate. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. Okay. I had to remind myself as well. Thank you very much for that. I took all penetrative damage then. That does not surprise me at all. Okay. That doesn't surprise me. But what we're going to do is try and go in at this angle here, which is obviously about sort of 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It looked like there was a bit of gap, but I'm not sure if you'll be allowed to go in at that angle or whether it's still going to push it in the bottom. But we'll find out. Let's have a little look. Right, we've still got just about half an hour, just under, before the next world goes online, so we're not doing too bad. But we do want to get through the next 2 targets. I just want to get through basically and get enough points so that I can start a hull tonight, because that's the most important bit. Otherwise, if I don't do it till tomorrow, I'm just wasting time. Look at this loading screen. Are you joking me? And it's not my computer. This is an exceptionally powerful AMD multitasking PC. It's got everything. There they go. Come straight in. Look where it's dropped me. Although I haven't taken a great deal of damage that time, but it is frustrating. So I don't know whether I started at the top or whether I was here or here. So that's really annoying. And I have no idea now where I jumped in. Now it's already killed that res generator that was there, and which just leaves these. So those could be cleared up later on. I don't really mind, but I am going to come down here and pick up this one here. And if I tuck in close, because it's this type of turret. Look, I'm inside its damage ring, so it shouldn't be able to shoot me. That bottom one can, but the top one can't. Okay, right, now here's the point. Look, so now I've done that these are firing their drones, so I need to drop my drones off, and I need to go and kill that ship pretty goddamn quick. But that causes a problem, because now I've got to go down and kill this lot off, because now these halos are going to kill me, so I need to kill them first as well. And then I need to kill this one down here. Fortunately, there's no scatterguns by the look of it, which is nice. And they're going to kill off their drones, which is great. So I need to target those, because they never stop coming out now. They don't cause a huge amount of damage, but they do cause damage. So I need to get to that ship next as quick as possible, really. Which is not horrendous to do, but I'm going to need to kill this thing off first and kill these off, and then swing down around and then do it. So this target is slightly frustrating, to say the least. These drones never stop coming out, but I'm not overly concerned as it stands at the moment. But they do have a greater range than what I have, so let's slide up here. Let's take out this. Let's go in the middle and kill this off. That was easy enough to do, and let's get rid of this ship. I'm probably going to get hit by a set of drones, but I don't really care. But that gets rid of that. And then I can take out this rubbish up here. It is not good, but then I can get this res generator up here, because I noted that before, and this one behind here as well. I'm going to try and go in a bit of an arc if I can. Yeah, manage that, and then I can come back around, pick up this halo, and then pick up this one. That clears up the target considerably. Sorry, I should have moved that across. That makes it a bit easier for you to see. Now I'm going to go around and swing this one and pick up these two. Now it gives me the top of the screen to play with now. Now I'm in a better position, right? I've killed off the two main ships, which is, I can, for the life of me, never remember what they are. But now I'm in a better position. So once I get to the center of these ships, I'm fine. It's not ideal that they're stacking. Yeah, I noticed that. The circles never used to do that. Or is there more land now? Not really sure. Not really sure. But I need to try and isolate, if I can, these ships. In all honesty, the damage hasn't been horrendous, but it's more than I would have liked, because I didn't choose to go into the battle straight away. It just took forever to load. Now, what I haven't noticed, and they have these got a set pattern? They probably have. Do they track and follow me if I get closer? Probably do. That's annoying where that is, but I do need to get it. That one's not too bad. So that's a kite, isn't it? Because there's a scattergun there. Look, there's another one there. So I need to. It looks like I need to swing this way, because if I kill that one, I've got to get really close to that one there. So, but by the time I've killed that one, that should be dead once I've done that one as well. So I'm sort of in the wrong place, but let's go up and get this ship out of the way. Now, watch the rings, watch what happens. If you haven't seen these before, if you've never picked up these targets, they will close in on you, but if you get inside and they don't touch you, then you're okay. You do get a little bit of incoming from the ship. It's got sort of a defensive cannon, scatter cannon, sorry, but it doesn't seem to do a great deal of damage. So let me let this one rotate its little, whatever you want to call them. Now these can actually touch each other sometimes. So see, this one's not doing a great deal, whereas this one here is closing in on me. So hopefully I can get in time. Yes, I can. There, that was better. Right, now I'm in a good position. Right, so I'm going to target this res generator, and then it's this one next. So I'm going to come in at a really steep angle, hug the coastline, if that's what we want to call it. And this one as well. I'm targeting the wrong thing. I need to be targeting that generator. That's fine. And then targeting this one in here, which is fine because I'm getting halo damage, but I'm not anywhere near any scatterguns. Now I can finish off. And I let the drones do those, but I'm going to go around and pick up the rest of these. I don't care about the Sentinel. It doesn't do any damage. I can evade every single incoming missile from them, but the halos I can't. So there's that one. That took out the Sentinel at the same time. Oh, there was a ship. It was up the top, look. So we'll nip around. We'll let them kill off those if we can. We need to get this last ship without going into the range. The range of these isn't very, it's not as much as I've got. So whilst it's nowhere near me, depending on the angle you're going at, you can kite them and get rid of them. Things are a little bit stronger in this target, aren't they? Anyway, that's that one done. And he says, can I kite it? Yes, I can. There we go. So that's the last one of those done. I think that's everything done at the top. Yes, it is. This is not exactly the truth when it comes to how much damage. I'm going to flip across to flash in a minute and just see if that makes a difference. Right, that's everything done. What did we get? Let's have a little look. So set one, we worked it out before that if you want to get everything and you don't need all the tokens to get the upgrades, you only need one set, 400,000 I think it is. And then you did not receive a blitz for one of the following reasons, didn't I? Did I exit? Yes, I did. I went in a different location. Yes, I did. I'm not blitzing anyway. So it's 42 and a bit sets, which ends up being what, 6 and a bit a day and that sort of stuff, and that gets you everything for the upgrade. There are other avenues if you don't want to get everything, but you do want to get some PvP stuff, because obviously the latest PvP holes are also in there as well. If you've got to select to get anything, I would get at least the standard weapon. Well, we can talk about that in a second, actually. Let's talk about damage first. So that was taken 7%, resisted 22%, and evaded 33, on par, obviously, because most of it was countermeasure evade, as in countermeasure knock down the sentinel incoming missiles, and then 9% taken, 29% resisted. So it's the resisted factor. 29% resisted there, 22% resisted there. Okay. 7% taken, 9%, but so pretty even. A little bit more corrosive this time, but then again, it drove me into some of those things I didn't want to do, unfortunately. And some of those drones that come out from the two ships in the middle, I had to drive in and kill them. So it's going to cause a little bit more of a problem. But anyway, done. Okay, there's the points. Okay, then points earned then for that, and there's the thing. So let's have a little look at damage. Repair time, where are we sitting? Okay, half an hour. All right then, half an hour, and I probably will go back and coin that, because obviously people want to see what. So it's only one coin. That's not too bad, is it? I can suffer that, even though I've only got 12 coins, but we'll recall that. We'll do that, and then that's an instant fix. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch whilst we're waiting. I'm going to switch across quickly. So just bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to just minimize it, switch across to flash, and see if there's a difference. So I'll be back in a second. Be interested to see if it does make a difference. And we'll go for the 116 next. So I'm not really sure whether it is a HTML problem, whether it's a flash problem, or not a flash problem, let me have a little look. So let me pull up, and I've changed browser as well, just in case. So that was on Microsoft browser. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to flip across and go across onto the on Chrome and see if that causes a difference. I'm not really sure if it is, but I'm not going to blame a browser at the moment, but I'm going to take a little look and see the difference, basically. If it does make a difference, then I'll be intrigued, but hopefully it won't, because I introduce problems. I don't know that's the case, mate, to be honest. We'll see. Here we go. Right, we're back. So we're logging back in now. Like I say, I've switched across to Chrome. It's on Flash and not on HTML5. The other browser was on HTML5. So, and I always keep one browser on HTML5, and I always then change the other one across to leave it on Flash, just in case, as we had last evening, an issue with loading the game. Yeah, and I definitely will be buying that at some time in the next 24 hours. Okay, let's just get rid of all that rubbish. So yeah, so interestingly though, it's cynicism showing through. Yeah, very much so. You're right. They will say it's my PC. I trust they won't, because if they knew the power of this PC, it's right up there. It's got the latest things, and I'm on a fiber broadband connection and everything. So I've set in my stats before, and yeah, they back down very quickly. However, I know other people, and someone's in the chat there who sent in a ticket and they said, yeah, it's your PC. And whether they're right or wrong, I agree, because he uses the Mac, so there we go. And I'm not a Mac fan. Radio. So bear in mind that's the S set. It was 1,000,000 points. Look, just over this time. Isn't that interesting? Normally it gives you just under the million, and now it's 1,025,000. So there you go. So yeah, 250, 250, and the 500,000 bonus then. Okay, and I got a slight little bit more this time. Isn't that nice? They give you a little extra. Uh, a freebie. You don't get many freebies in this game, do you? Right. So what did we say we were going to do? We said we were going to start repair, and then we said we were going to speed it up with 1 coin. Okay, because that's as far as I'm going to do. And then we're just going to speed it up again and do the free fix, which we've just done. And let's maximize things properly. And then we're going to go out and have a little look. What? Went to get a coffee. Never said a word, mate. Don't worry about it. Launching the fleet. Right, so you went to get a coffee, and what we've done, we've switched across now, different browser. We've gone to Chrome, okay, and we've switched to Flash as opposed to HTML5. And we're going to go straight back into a 116. I want to see the difference and see if the entry speed to get into the target, to see the target, what's happening, see if it's faster this time. Because obviously there was quite a delay on the HTML5 version. Do we go in the top or do we go in the bottom? I think the top produced less issues, but I'm not 100% sure on that. We'll have a little look. Sorry, you shouldn't have said that. But you're right. Oh dear. All right, here we go then. Let's have a look then. So we're attacking again from about the 1 o'clock position. Let's go a little bit more across that way. That's a bit more like it. So here we go. It's a 116, isn't it? You can read that in so many different ways. Anyway, moving on. Right. Let's have a look. Am I in straight away? Not as fast, but that's better though, isn't it? Okay, so it's definitely quicker to load these targets on Flash. Let's see what happens. Do I get hit straight away? Let's have a look. Let's wait. So just the center. There you go. So there's your answer. Okay then. 2 o'clock is a reasonable position if you're using Flash Player. All right then, because you're not taking any damage. And actually, you could come in at 3 o'clock, and if you didn't get in quick enough, it would come in. It would just target these 2 sentinels, which is not the end of the world, to be honest. That's okay. I think what I'm going to do is probably knock out this cluster over here first, because that's that generator, that generator there. Let me just have a look at that cluster. We're not in a rush. As long as we don't trigger these drones, we're fine. So there's nothing there that's going to bother me that I can't do anything about, because they're going to start firing whether I like it or not. I can avoid anything coming off that sentinel. There's just one scattergun there and one scattergun there. So if I do a drive-by sort of shooting as I go, I can kill that one first and then kill that one. I'm just going to be careful that I don't touch this here, so I'll leave it a little bit of time to sort itself out. But had I come in the target and went straight across, that wouldn't have even been there. So it wouldn't have really bothered me. I've just got to watch, obviously, yeah, so he's evading where he's going. Can I not drive like Miss Daisy? I'm pretty good at driving like Miss Daisy, to be honest. Right, here we go. Let's have a little look. So let's stack them up, and we're going to try and smash this one, and come back, smash this one, come down around the corner, and get these ships out the way pretty early on. Don't care about incoming sentinel damage. So this is the first one that I'm going to smash out first, and as soon as it's virtually dead, I'm going to target the second one, which I've done already, and I'm going to drive down through here, hopefully get that on the way through, which I've done. And then I'm going to swing back through. Now I've killed them. So I'll kill that one. I missed, oh, I just managed to clip the last one. So that's good. So then I'm going to come up here, hopefully pick off this. Took a bit more hitting. The drones have now released, you frustrating devils you. But I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to get straight into those ships. So I'm going to swing around the corner while I can get in there. And I'm going to kill off this first one, which will take a little while, I get. Yeah, no problem at all. So there's the first one down now. Down to this center island. Get rid of that. And I'm going to pull across and get this in the middle of here. Swing round the center and get this one here and get them out of the way, because I think half the damage is all to do with that. Let's go back up out the way, and now I can start picking off things like ships. Which, can I get in there? Probably not just yet. The drones can though. I think I can probably get in there now though. So let's have a little look. Oh, run, 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 run. Down, 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 down into the center. Nice. Right, okay, over to here. You probably find it's just as much damage half an hour as it was the last one, but hey, it's quicker at least. Obviously, every 5 seconds that goes by, that's 5 seconds less on your crew. So that one's done. So I'm going to swing back up. We're going to hit that generator, and that one, as we did last time. Target the generators as we go past them, because they're the priority things to kill off. Target this one, and then target this one. I can pause on this one because there are no... Oh, I nearly clipped a scattergun there. That was close, too close to the target. I may as well pull off and kill these off as well, because we're quite close to him. Good. And then we can get in there and kite past these ones as well. That's good. Down to the last cluster, up to the ship, and not even 4 minutes gone. That's not bad at all. Looks like it's the last ship, and then we're done. Oh, you sneaky devil. Go away. Okay, that's it. It looks very similar in damage, but we'll see when we go out. Yeah, last time it was 11 entry, but I don't think we can do it. It's slightly different this time. We can move it around. This is definitely getting into the target faster. Like I say, don't click that button. Click the X. There we go. 22 minutes. So that has knocked 10 minutes off the damage time. That is almost, yeah, that will be instant fix in the dock, won't it? If I break those down, depending on how it's done, that should be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So let's go back and have a little look, recall that. We'll just double check. It's docked, it's done. Let's go back into the dock and have a little look. Like I said, we're only going to do an hour tonight. People want to be getting on with their raid. The next zone will be coming online in literally 10 minutes. So a couple of people want to shoot off and go and do that. I'm not dragging this one out. It's an hour. I'll probably pull out a couple of these clips and edit them and do them as individual hits so people can watch those later. I'll probably speed them up because obviously they took a little while, but at least they can see what's in the targets and that sort of stuff rather than watching a whole hour's worth. But thanks for staying online and having a little look around. Let's just double check on this one here. So 415 for the flagship. Okay, that's the one with the 2 countermeasures. Bear in mind it's 2 countermeasures and it doesn't have that extra evade. It can't have it because I'm using countermeasure loader instead. So 415, I would expect that one to take some more damage. Okay. That was 415. What do we got on the standard ships then? Let's have a little look. 430. Okay. Obviously the aura is slightly different on the flagship. So 4.5 for that one. And 4.5. So that was even again. So it's proving the fact that definitely the damage is even across the fleets, unlike previous fleets where it favors ship 5 or it favors the flagship or something. 411. A little less on that one there. It was this ship last time that took less damage on the last target. That's interesting. By about 10 or 15 seconds, wasn't it? And then the last one, where are we with this one here? Yeah, so so it seems to be that ship every time. So anyway, instant fix. So that's an instant fix on both of the top tier targets. Oh, do we look at the top one? Yeah, let's go and have a look at that. We haven't done that yet, so we can finish off with a quick smash on that one there. So start repair quickly. We haven't done the top level target, have we? So speed up there. That's that. Let's go and have a look at the blitz target for the co-op and see what that looks like. Probably horrendous, but we'll do it anyway. Right, it's the 90 something or rather, isn't it? Let's have a little look. Hang on 2 seconds. Is it this? Is it this thing? No, it can't be this thing. No, can't do that because that's something completely different. It says co-op. Oh, it's a Drac Fortress, that's why. Okay, let's have a look. Event X tier target. What's the... It's a 906. Okay, it's a 906. Are you telling me there's not one closer than that? Really? Are you sure? How far is that away? Oh, 15 seconds. That's not horrendous. We'll have a little look. I don't know whether this one here is. It's not blitzable, by the way. 906 is you can't blitz. You've either done it or you've not done it. It's not a blitz target, and you can tell that obviously if you're unaware that the little logo at the bottom. These are green if they've never been touched before. They generally turn red if it's been hit already. Nobby, I will say while you're in the chat, you picked a good sector. This is nice and quiet. Right. Which angle should we hit? Let's go from 3 o'clock first and see what happens. See if it makes any difference at all. Probably won't, but we'll have a little look. Cooperative play is strongly recommended. Okay. Maybe in real life, but not in the game. You have to kill it all for max points. Yes. Yes. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, so that was a safe way to go in. Let's have a little look at the target. It's got a wave incoming. Oh, that looks like that massive ship up there is about to spill its guts on me. A wave? A wave of what? What's happening here? There's a countdown happening at the top, if you can see that. Oh, look, there's drones coming at the top. Oh, fantastic. Thank you for that. Are they drones from here? No, that's a separate set of drones. So let's kill this ship off. It looks like you need to kill this target very fast, because there are several sets of drones. So every minute and a half, it looks like there's a set of drones coming in. So we are not messing around here. We are going to go for it. So I need to kill off these drones because otherwise they will pepper pot me and keep pepper potting me and I will die. There's another one down here, so I need to kill this ship off, and I've got 1 minute to go, and the next set of whatever that is comes in is going to slap me. Pressure, I thrive on it. So this one's got nothing special down here, so it should be... Oh, it's brought in a ship. Oh, wow. Oh, you little tinkers, you. Nicely designed target, you little devils. Okay, we got that one. We're going to drive by this one and pick up this res generator. I'm not that concerned just yet. Drive by this one, pick up that res generator. Drive by this one and pick up that res generator. And then drive down the bottom, hopefully avoiding as much as possible of the damage. Oh, there's a lot of ships coming in now, isn't there? The thing is, I've got no choice but to kill them because otherwise more stuff's coming in. So let my drones hopefully kill that one off. I'm going to go and kill this one off. Let me get the last turret cluster, because otherwise if I don't, everything's going to keep coming in. This is the last turret cluster, isn't it? Oh no, there's another one over there. There's a whole set of them over here. Let me wait for these ships to die. Let's get this one, kill that off. Yeah, this is the last set. Quite a nice target. Quite like this. Quite cheeky. Lots of options. I missed that halo there. Darn, just one look and it's going to fire at me now. So taking a bit more damage than I wanted to. Next set of something's coming in 40 odd seconds. Well, I'm not going to kill this lot in 40 odd seconds, so I'm going to go and bull rush and charge as much as I can before whatever it is comes in next. 30 seconds. Maybe I can. There's 2 ships left. Are we done? No, we're not done. Oh, look. Oh, no, I left a warehouse. What an idiot. Okay. These ships are not too bad. Oh, there's some more carriers. Oh, my God, there's loads of stuff coming in. Oh, no, I've finished. Oh, right. Okay. There we go. Wow. That was good. I like that. Okay, so there we go. And you get a badge for killing so many of those ones. I can't remember how many you got to kill. I think it's 10, something like that. I'll do 10 sets or something, and you get a badge. And a quite nice looking badge, I must admit. But which I'll do. I'll do 10 sets of those because that was quite fun. Quite enjoyed that. Well done, Kickslide. Nice target. That was a bit of pressure. We like that. Penetrative, there wasn't a great deal, was there? So, 2% taken there, 36% evaded, and resisted 9%. Not a lot resisted. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, corrosive, because there was an awful lot of ships I had to get rid of, wasn't there? So that's all that scatter coming in at me. Corrosive scatters. 13% taken, can't avoid it as we've said before, so no evade, and resisted though quite a bit, 39%, not too bad at all. Again, not hitting that button there. In fact, it doesn't matter, it was the last of a set, so it didn't really make a difference. Not too bad. Let's have a look at the damage, and the damage for that repair. Let's have a little look. 45 minutes. Okay, not horrendous. Single coin if you're using obviously a half repair crew and that sort of stuff. But in general terms, not too bad. Let me just zip back in, and I'll fix that up quickly. And just for the last couple of minutes, what we'll do is we'll look at the somebody put a table together. I can't remember who it was, and because I couldn't remember who it was, I didn't want to mention them by name, because I can't remember who it was. So I'd be guessing if I tried. Let me just have a little look. Bear in mind there are two repair queues. Sorry, not crews. Two repair queues, so you can help things out. I think I got about 600k. Was that everything? I don't know. So I was on 1,025 points, wasn't I? How long do I have to wait if I break these down? It's 9 minutes for the flagship, and if it's even damage, it looks like it. So 9 minutes each one. So I've got a 4-minute wait for each ships. So that's not horrendous. So start that there. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, so 8 minutes on that one, whilst that one's fixing a second. So let me just have a look. 8 minutes 33, 9 minutes 25, 8 minutes 30 something, and 9 minutes. Okay, so not completely even across the board, but not too bad. Anyway, so I've got 4 minutes, so I'll be finished before then anyway. So let's just have a quick look at total points. Yeah, as you said, it was just over the million mark. Where am I sitting at the moment then? So yeah, so I got 893k and what? And 200 maybe, something along those lines. Is it worth doing? Don't know, probably not. Not for that amount of damage. It'd probably better sticking to the S sets, to be honest. But not bad. I like the target. It's good fun. I am going to do them. Um, I need 42 million. There's 1.8 already. That took me sort of like, if you did it quickly, what, 15 minutes? 15 minutes, and actually I could have done all three targets, probably with an hour's damage if I looked at it all together. I don't think that's horrendous. Was I on 1.025? Well, I'll have to watch it back, mate. I'm not familiar. The first two targets. Oh no, I did three, did I? Can't remember, to be honest. Have I done? Let's have a look at the targets. Yes, you're right. I was. Yes, because I had to do that. I've still got to do another 114, haven't I? Which I'll do in a moment. Prizes and that sort of stuff. I'm just going to pull up a little. Like I said, I'll pull up the Excel spreadsheet quickly, and there we go. So here we go. Then here's the targets that we were talking about. This is sort of a bit of everything. There's loads of stuff in here. But if you just wanted to get, you don't have to get those corrosive batteries, but you can do if you choose to. And you need to get either one or the other, really. One or the other of these ones here. If you want to get to U3, then you don't need both sets. If you want to be greedy and then start your road towards X1, then get both lots, obviously. But to get to U3, you only need one set. So if we knock that out, and that's all the new funky stuff, if you want to go full on, obviously, then taking those out as well, because those are buildings tokens. Then there's your total. Look, yeah, 42,500,000. Okay, 42.5 million. And if we scroll across then from 42.5 million to the S target sets, then it says then obviously it's 42.5 sets. Okay, so 6 and a bit sets per day, and then not too bad. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I thought it was. Thanks, Mist. Not horrendous, but if you include obviously the X target as well, obviously you're dropping down considerably on top of that. So it's not horrendous, to be honest. Quite like these targets. I've actually liked this raid series. I found it quite interesting. I liked the fleet so much better than the previous version. This has been a real fun fleet to use. I like the little drone mechanism. It's really good. You can make them last quite long if you keep close to them. There are variations to the build, and I think this already I can see the skirmish hull being very similar as well. Obviously not in the mechanics of it, but I can see various different builds going out there that should succeed. You're not stovepiped completely down a set path. There are some variations that you can pick. It's nice when you do have countermeasures on your ships, and then you can decide whether you put them all on one or some spread across your fleet and how you want to go and that sort of stuff. Um, yeah, prize list. Okay, this is probably a really good way of looking at the prize list. But yeah, there are quite a few things in here. There are obviously, Mongoose heavy rockets. Grab some. They're really, really good and that sort of stuff. They're doing pretty well in long channels where you can slow those horrendous Hellswarms down. If you want to be the attacking man, Hellswarms are in there for 6 million. Not bad at all. Um, if you're thinking, do you know what, I'll just get the Mutineers and I'll just put Thud 1 on them and actually I'll do the TLC and get the rest of it, and I'm actually going to go and then invest in a cheaper way, if it is cheaper way, to get myself some PvP stuff, then go for it. Salamander Mortar's in there as well, obviously. There are some good stuff in there. If you haven't quite finished your Zealots upgrades, you can finish off. There's some good Zealot bits in here as well, though, which aren't horrendously priced, so you can finish off your upgrades. X1 on the flag is really, really important, and a couple of X1s. As you saw me using the drones there, you know, not for everybody, but they do deter some things coming towards you and that sort of stuff, and do take things out quite early. So there is stuff there anyway. So and if you want another gatekeeper, obviously you only get 3 of those and 3 of obviously the Hellswarm as well. But if you haven't got them all, they do work, so it can make a difference. Hello then, as an Indo. So Nobby's put down that we've significantly reduced the damage in the B targets. Can you reduce the damage in the S targets as well? Because no, I'm joking. Yeah, it would be great. Yeah, so that ship, by the way, whilst I've been rubbing it on, doesn't take long. It should have been virtually fixed. It is. So let's speed that one up. Okay, so it doesn't take long. Nip out, get yourself a drink quickly, carry on. And so even if you've got to do these little repairs, it doesn't take too long. And we managed all that. Look, and the crew hasn't even run out yet, so that wasn't bad. I don't think it's too bad. So far, don't mess around too much, Kicks Eye. I'm quite happy with the S set. The top level target is fun. I like that. I'm going to do some more. Definitely going to do that and pick up the badge, which I haven't got yet, but I know it's there, or it should be there in available. Probably blacked out at the moment, but it'll be down here somewhere. Hopefully, yeah, there it is. It's this one here. Oh, have I already got it? Oh yes, I have. There we go. Look, so I've already got the badge. That's it there. How does it look on your base? I thought you had to do a selection, not just do one. There we go. Me sat in my bubble, I think which pops now, so someone will come and smash my base, but hey, who cares? Right, there you go. There's the little one. So that's what you get for doing the top level target, that random looking badge. Some people collect badges. It's just the way it is. But yeah, good. Right. You could probably get away with autoing some of these targets. Definitely the lower level one. I think the 114 could be autoed based off of what I've just seen. Clearly going to get more damage, but with no ships in there to cause you too much trouble, I think you probably get away with it. You won't outrange the scatter guns because it ends up going in slightly too close and that sort of stuff, But you could do a few if you're busy, and then obviously, fix overnight and that sort of stuff. If you've got other things to do, you can hit the target, go away, do business, come back, and then just hit the next one, sort of stuff, whilst you're doing things around the house, if that's what you choose to do. Anyway, right, we're done. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Okay, thanks for joining me. It's been a quick, crazy hour, and if you hadn't seen it before, then have a little look at the BP Live with TSM and Ren. Okay, then number 3, that was half an hour before the raid started as well. So we covered a few things on there as well, and we basically talked about how we're going to build our next ships and that sort of stuff, and things like bonus effects you can get from being in alliance, which helps you in raiding and also in bounty and that sort of stuff. And we spoke a little bit about base hitting and base defending and how the token system works as well. We spoke about that as well. So yeah, have a little look at that, see what you think. And there'll be plenty of videos out over the coming few days. Derpy's bound to have one, for example. I may do another couple and that sort of stuff. I may take some segments out of this video, do some fresh ones, don't know. Ren will have a couple. There'll be a plethora of sort of like, good Battle Pirates individuals out there that like doing community level stuff to support and show, what is capable. The good thing about this is we've got our benchmark now. We know what the 114 looks like. We know the damage levels that we've started the raid in alpha, and we know that 116s are fine. Be cautious how you enter, and Flash seems to be faster on loading. Okay, just seems to be that way. So we can mention that to Gilly, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's interesting how the old Flash system seems to be working better on loading screens, doesn't it? Still to this day, where it's important. That's worth noting. Right, thank you very much. Take care all, and hey, happy pirating.